Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be doing a closure sewing. I'm going to be applying a weaving net around the perimeter of my head. I'm going to make sure that it's flat as possible and that it doesn't move so that way I have more room to braid up on. Don't worry if you run out of the stocking net as you go around your perimeter. Just make sure you pull, it'll stretch a little bit, not too much though. But you can always go back and add and sew that down. I didn't necessarily need to do that because I did an even amount. I already measured my hair and I already kind of went around, as you guys could see. So right here I'm just going to be sewing down this folded part that I did because it was extra cat and I didn't want to cut it and then have to sew it. So I'm just going to sew it down and fold it over. Now you're just going to cut and you're going to leave a little space. You're not going to want to take too much off, but you are going to make sure that it's still enough space for you to add tracks to, but not past your hairline. Now I will be taking this wig band and make sure that your wig doesn't slip. It has the extra grips on there. You could get the wig band with the grips or without, whichever is your preference. I just happen to get the ones with. It doesn't really matter. So as you see, I measured my hair and then I also bended the band and I am sewing it on the closure. Now you want to make sure you get this tight. You do not want to double it or anything like that because it is already going to be secure. All you're going to have to do is flip that baby on your head and you are good to go, literally. And then you just sew it down. This just makes it easier so that once you apply it to your head, it's automatically flat. Because I have two hands, I don't have three opposed if I was doing a client's hair. And that's really important. You want to kind of trick the process. I am going to cut the band. I am not going to cut the band that I applied, just the one that is in the middle of between where I've sewn, as you can see. You want to make sure that you place your closure immediately because this is the most important thing. So you're just going to make sure you even it, line it up before you sew anything. You want to make sure that the whole process is flat and you just want to make sure that you're doing it right. You always want to start with your closure in the back first. So you're going to sew down the back and then you're going to go to the sides, but never the front. Remember that the goal is to keep your closure as flat as possible. Again, you want to make sure as flat as possible. You do not want it to look unnatural. And that's what I'm just doing. I'm just making sure that everything is secure. Everything is tight, but not too tight where you can see that it's not my real scalp. So now we are getting ready to do our lace and do the hairline. I'm going to make sure that I cut kind of zigzag or jagged edge more than perfect. I didn't really want to get too close to my hairline just because this was just something I did on myself, and I just wanted to make sure if I messed up, I still had room. I will be taking out tiny sections of hair across the hairline so that way I can make baby hairs. I like to clean up the hairline with alcohol because I feel like it holds better, especially the got to be glued. Once it's connected to your forehead and your lace front, it just sticks because it's a cleaner area. You're going to see me struggle with the lace a little bit. No worries. I got this, sis. Also, I didn't use any lace front glue, so that's why it's taking me a little bit longer. If you want to add glue, you could go ahead, but I just felt like got to be glue was just enough for me. Look at me trying to fleek them edges, cause period. Also, when you got to be glue and the edge control brush or comb little toothbrush thingy, you want to make sure that you also apply and you press. Apply and press, or just make sure you just make sure you just keep pressing and that you add more. As you see me doing, I just added some glue on the way so that way when I press and put the wrap down, I am good to go. Right now, I'm just applying got to be glued, and I'm gonna keep applying. I wanted to make sure that I lay down my edges first because as I go, the lace front will be, the closure will be starting to lay down. You can also see me putting globs of it on the lace, and that's just because the lace is thicker than the baby hairs. And once I did wrap it, the purpose of sewing the weft into your hair is to make sure that you are as close as possible. Each thing that you sew is close together, and that way it just turns out nice. It's not bulky. You want to make sure as you go, the process stays flat and thick so that way you can apply as much hair if you want it to. Now I'm going to be taking the wrap off, and as you can see, it laid down the lace a little bit, and that's all I really intended. I'm going Do not be discouraged if you feel like you aren't doing a good job on yourself, because at the end of the day, you did the work yourself, so it's gonna come through. You just have to be more patient with it. So just hang on, ladies. We're almost there. I know that you have to cut the track. I just felt it was easier for me to do this because I'm close to the top. And when you're close to the top, you don't have to use as much hair. Okay, we're almost at the top. and we only have a couple left. And this is my lace front lifting, but like I said, I really wasn't worried about it because I just wanted to kind of get a gist of what I was doing. I never did this on myself again. So right here, I'm just cutting off the part that is a little thicker on the lace, the end part. I'm not cutting it all off. I'm just cutting a bit of it off so that way it looks more natural when I lay it down. Okay, ladies, right now I'm just trying to comb it out and make sure I see my hairline. I'm just going to apply some glue on top of my hair. Well, some of the got to be glue. And then I'm going to use the wrap and place it and just kind of like that. Look at that, because I already pre-laid it before. So right now I'm going to be taking small sections, combing my hair, and then flat ironing. You want to make sure that you take small sections and that you just comb through. You want to make sure that you get each and every section and you go thoroughly throughout your hair. You want to make sure that you use a comb to trace the flat iron, just to make sure that you have a flatter iron. And you want to try to make sure that you flat iron your hair as flat as possible. So if you need to keep going over a section because it's not laying down how you intended, go ahead and do it. But I didn't really have that much of a problem. So we are at the top and I'm just doing my last finishing touches. And then right here I'm going to be sectioning the middle part in my hair. And I'm just going to be taking off the wrap and fixing up my edges. I need to kind of clear it up because I did apply a little bit too much glue. But that's fine with me. I did not want this to move at all. So I think I did a pretty good job. The thing with adding makeup to your closure or lace front is that you don't have to. If you want to avoid applying makeup or to your closure or to your lace front, then all you have to do is bleach your knots. Literally, bleach your knots. But I bleached my hair and I did not bleach my knots because I just felt like that was too much and I wanted to see how the hair was going to do. So even though I felt like I already had enough glue on there to move the edges out of place, I had to place more got to be glue on my edges. And remember, ladies, I did have some lifting earlier after I laid it down the first time. So I'm just going to go ahead and fix that situation over here as well. Oh my goodness, I really didn't even notice till now how hard doing edges on you is. Like, this is my first time, like, really doing edgy. Now, I kind of just apply mousse everywhere because I just feel like it just gives you a better finish. And it also lays it down since I didn't have a hot comb. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe with Life with Risha.